Alright, what's up, Algebra 2? Here we are with the notes for 5.7 Day 3, writing equations for imaginary roots. Okay, this should be on the back side of your 5.7 Day 2 worksheet, or maybe it's a different year now and I've already separated these out. Given the roots, write the equation. So earlier in this chapter, we did this with 2 zeros. Right? You were given like 1 and -3, and you just had to come up with those parentheses and then FOIL those out and come up with the original equation. Okay, we're adding a third 0, and then we're going to be throwing on some imaginaries, okay? So just like before, we're going in reverse. Originally, you had some equation like this. Well, let's go what you had before was x squared plus, let's see here, 3x plus 2, right? And that would have factored to x plus 1 and x plus 2. And then your answers were -1 and -2. Now we're going in reverse of that. We're giving you the -1. You tell me it's x plus 1. Giving you that, you tell me it's x plus 2. We're going to multiply it out and get the original equation. We're going up the ladder now. Okay? But we have 3 zeros to work with. So we have opposites, x minus 1. Okay, 1 would make this group equal 0. 1 minus 1 would be 0. So that's why we're thinking opposites. X plus 3 and x minus 5. Okay, when they're all nice numbers, there's no real benefit one way or the other. To which 2 you do first. So let's pretend that one's not there for a second, and we'll FOIL out these. Okay, x times x, we're going to get x squared plus 3x minus 1x minus 3. We'll combine our middle parts to get x squared positive 3x, and a minus 1x is going to be plus 2x minus 3. And now we're going to bring down the x minus 5 and multiply that out. Okay, now this has 3 pieces and 2 pieces, so it's not technically FOIL. There's going to be 6 parts instead of 4. Okay, we got x squared times x is x cubed. And x squared times minus 5, we got minus 5x squared. Then the 2x to the x, we got plus 2x squared. And the 2x to the minus 5, we got minus 10x. And then the -3 to the x, minus 3x. And the -3 times -5, plus 15. And now we're looking to combine x cubed. These are all nice because the partners are all next to each other, aren't they? -5x squared plus 2x squared is going to be minus 3x squared. -10x minus 3x, we got minus 13x and 15. And there is our original equation that would give us the zeros of 1, -3, and 5. Alright, let's slide over here and let's do one with an imaginary root. Starting you off with the easiest imaginary root we got, just I. 2 and I. And you're thinking, oh, this is not too bad. There's just 2 of them. X minus 2, and that's a positive I, so x minus I. Let's think about where i's come from, imaginary numbers. They come from the square roots of negative numbers. And when you do the square root, we should be getting plus minus answers. So i's always come in pairs, just like on your face. I's come in pairs. Alright? So this is what's going to happen if we have a book problem. They're just going to give you 1/2 of it. Okay, a quiz or a test, it's just going to give you 1/2 of it, and you have to know its partner, I, is also included then. So if you have I, you also have a negative I. Okay, Now, when we have these problems and there's i's involved, I would recommend multiplying those first. So we're going to cover up this x minus 2. So we're not tempted to multiply that one. Okay, x times x, x squared. X times I plus ix, or xi, however you want to write it. And we have a negative I times x and a negative I squared. Okay, so nice part here, plus ix minus ix, gone. X squared minus I squared. Okay, think about where i's come from. The square roots of negatives. Okay, I, the most basic one, just single I, comes from the square root of negative 1. So if you have I squared equals negative 1. Minus negative 1 would make this now x squared plus 1. Okay, let's put them together. And we'll multiply x minus 2. Okay, x times, oh yeah, let's bring this down. Don't forget about him. Okay, x minus 2 times x squared plus 1. We got x times x squared. We're going to have x to the third plus x minus 2x squared minus 2. Okay, nothing to combine there. Nothing to combine there. But we could rearrange these so they're at least in order. X cubed minus 2x squared plus x minus 2. All right. Hopefully you're able to follow all of that. Let's have you try this one on your own. Okay? On your own. Very similar to this one. Okay? Let's have you try this one on your own. Go ahead and push pause, and we'll check back with you here in a minute. Okay, welcome back. Let's see how you did. Shouldn't be too bad here. We got x plus 1, x minus 2i, and if we have 2i, we have negative 2i, x plus 2i. Okay, we want to multiply our I parts here first. We're going to have x squared plus 2ix minus 2ix. Cancel. Negative 2 times positive 2, we're going to have negative 4i squared. Remember, I squared is negative 1. Negative 4 and negative 1 is going to be a plus 4. We got x squared plus 4 now. And now we bring down the x plus 1. X cubed plus 4x plus x squared plus 4. Nothing to combine, so let's just rearrange and put them in order from biggest power to smallest power. All right. X cubed plus x squared plus 4x plus 4. Last one. This one's a bit of a doozy. Okay, so like you can kind of work backwards here and see, like this plus minus 2i is coming from something like this, x squared plus 4. And if we set that equal to 0 and subtract the 4 over and square root, we get that plus minus 2i from that, doing that square root of the negative 4. Okay, but what about if we had stuff in the middle? We had some extra stuff in the middle and you couldn't just subtract that over and square root. Okay, then you have to do the quadratic formula. And we know from all our work here in the last 2 weeks with that quadratic formula, we get negative b plus minus a square root of something. Okay? So you might end up getting a number with a plus minus and then your I. Okay, so if we have 1 minus 2I, we're also going to have 1 plus 2I. Okay? So you could get like a quantity, not just like the I part. You could get a quantity involving that. Okay, the plus minus, the sign change happens right in front of the I. And this is also kind of fun, because you're going to have x minus 1, no big deal there. X minus this whole quantity, 1 minus 2I. Okay? And then we'll have another one, x minus this whole quantity, 1 plus 2I. And before we multiply that out, we're going to push that negative sign through to both things inside that second set of parentheses. So now I have x minus 1 plus 2I and x minus 1 minus 2I. And now we have 3 things times 3 things. This is going to be a lot. 3 things times 3 things, we're going to have 9 things total. Plus then we have to combine and then bring this x minus 1 down. Alright, so here we go. Let's see what we got. X times x is x squared. Minus 1 times x, minus x. Minus 2ix. That's just the first 3 things. Then we're going to take this negative 1. We'll have minus x. Negative 1 times negative 1 is a plus 1. Negative 1 times negative 2i, we got a plus 2i. And then our third thing, let's see if I can find a third colored pen here. 2i times x, we got a plus 2ix. Times negative 1, we got minus 2i. Did I have enough room? Plus 2i times minus 2i. So that's going to be minus 4i squared. Whew, just barely fit. Now we're looking to combine. And when I have a lot of things like this, and then I'm going to look to combine, I kind of cross them out as I go. So x squareds. No other x squareds. Cross it out. Regular x's with nothing else attached. No imaginaries attached. Just regular positive or non-imaginary x's here. We got minus 1x and another minus x for minus 2x. Okay. Imaginary x's. I got minus 2ix plus 2ix. Those are going to cancel out. Regular number, plus 1. No other regular numbers yet. Plus 1. Imaginary numbers, plus 2i and minus 2i. Cancel. And then we have minus 4i squared. Okay, remember I squared is negative 1. So that's going to make this be a plus 4. Plus 1 plus 4. We got x squared minus 2x plus 5. Okay, and after all that, we're tempted to call it a day. But we still have this x minus 1. Okay, luckily for us, x minus 1 should go pretty quick. Okay, x times x squared, we got x cubed, minus 2x squared, plus 5x, minus 1x squared, negative times a negative is a positive 2x, negative times 5, we got minus 5. Look to combine. X to the third, minus 2x squared, minus 1x squared is minus 3x squareds, plus 5x plus 2x plus 7x, and then minus 5. Whew! There it is. Okay? All right, folks, you should have another short worksheet to accompany this. And let me know if you have any questions. This should be the end of Chapter 5. We'll have a quiz coming up here shortly, and then a test. Thanks for watching, and best of luck.